All right. So yesterday, in our last lesson, we talked about how the Bohr model of the atom was developed, and today we're going to learn about how you draw a Bohr model of the atom because there's specific rules that we need to follow. So these are the kind of three rules that we can break it down into. First, you're going to locate the element on the periodic table. So let's work through an example as we do this, and I'm going to use aluminum as an example. So we find aluminum on the example. Aluminum has an atomic number of 13, which means we know it has 13 protons. When we're drawing a Bohr model, though, the most important piece is the number of electrons. If we're assuming that aluminum in our example here is neutral, if there are 13 protons, electrons would also be 13 because it's neutral. So that would be the number of electrons. Now we're going to get to actually drawing our Bohr model. So first step in drawing the Bohr model is to draw a nucleus, and you can just draw a dot for the nucleus. Then we're going to draw a circle, which is going to represent the first orbit. And we're now going to add electrons in the shell. So we need a total of 13 electrons. But our first electron shell, our first energy level, can only hold a maximum of 2 electrons. So I'm going to add my 2 electrons into there. And I'm just going to add them as little dashes because it's just going to be quicker and easier to draw. So what I now have is my nucleus, and I have my 2 electrons in that first energy level. This energy level is now full. So before I can add any more electrons, I need to draw another energy level. The second energy level can hold up to 8 electrons. So I'm going to start filling this. When we fill it with electrons, we have to do it in a specific order. I'm going to add them top, right, bottom, left, and then start doubling them up. So top, right, bottom, left, and then I'm going to double it up. And when I do that, that gives me 8 electrons in that energy level. So I can draw a total of 13 for aluminum. So far, I've drawn 2 on the inside in the first energy level and then 8 in the second. So I've drawn 10 electrons so far. I need 13, which means I need another energy level. This third energy level can hold up to 8 electrons, but I only need 3 more. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3 electrons. And that would be my Bohr model for aluminum. Let's do one more example together. Let's do the Bohr model for carbon. Carbon has 6 protons. Its atomic number is 6, which means neutral carbon has 6 electrons. Bohr model, I'm going to start by drawing the nucleus. We need 6 electrons total. My first energy level can hold 2. My second energy level can hold up to 8, but I only need 4 more. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 electrons. So that would be the Bohr model for carbon. Last example I'm going to do is of an ion. So let's draw the oxygen 2 minus ion. So oxygen, I know, has atomic number of 8, which means 8 protons. We have a negative 2 charge here, which means we've gained 2 electrons. So if when it's neutral, it has 8 electrons. Negative 2 charge means we have 10 electrons. Remember, in topic 1, we discovered how to solve for the number of electrons. Charge is equal to protons minus electrons. So negative 2 equals 8 minus 10. From here, we're just going to draw that Bohr model with 10 electrons. So nucleus in the center. First energy level holds a maximum of 2 electrons. Second energy level can hold up to 8. And when I put 8 electrons in there, we have now drawn our 10. So that would be the Bohr model for our oxygen 2 minus. And that's it. Now you guys can try drawing some of these for yourself.